So my name's Callum and I'm a first year student at UQ.
Hi, I'm Tristan and I'm a third year student at QUT.
And for the past week and a half we've been sharing Jesus and God with some of the students down at schoolies. On Tuesday night?
Yeah.
On Tuesday night we were walking along the beach and then I spotted a guy just off in the distance sitting by himself. And yeah, we decided just to walk over to him and to start a conversation with him. And so yeah, I just walked over to him, sat down next to him, and we started just chatting about like where he was from, like where he gone to school and stuff. He was from Bathurst, down in New South Wales, and yeah, he'd grown up. His parents were Christian, so he knew a fair bit about Jesus and stuff. But he didn't really like have that relationship with God. And then we sort of like were sharing. Then Tristan stepped in and really shared the gospel with all of us. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, there was also quite a funny story when we saw him. I mean, we saw this him sitting down just by the ocean, and as we got closer, we saw that there was like this perfect rectangle around where he was sitting, and so naturally we had to ask him about it, and it turns out that he was just walking around while he was on the phone, but that rectangle was like a barrier that actually kept people out while we were having a conversation. So like these schoolies kind of came up and were sort of started joking about it, and they started like, oh, we better not cross this line, and it actually kept people away, which was actually really, really cool. But the conversation, it went really, really naturally. It's one of the best conversations that I've ever had with a schoolie. I was able to relate to him in a supernatural way. And I am honestly convinced that God was speaking through me that night. I was making points and connections that I'd never made before, and it was just really cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, and at the end of the conversation, it had gone like really well. We've been able to share quite a bit about like the gospel and about Jesus with Oliver. Yeah, so at the end of the conversation, like we were able to go through the Knowing God Personally booklet. We went through some of the points through there and had a look at the prayer to receive Christ. And we asked him like, is this something like you'd be interested in praying? He was like, yeah, like I'd be keen to pray that. So we asked him like, did you want to pray that now, or like did you want to just think about it for a little bit? And he turned to us, he's like, no, like I'd really love to pray that now. So we're like, that's awesome. So we were able to pray the prayer with him and go through it with him. And yeah, so it was just really good to lead Oliver to Christ. It was awesome.
And it was really cool just to be able to go from the point where he didn't want to be associated with Christianity at the start to actually saying, yes, I want to pray this and I want God back in my life.